thank my public. Okay. All right. We don't have them in it, you know. All right. Yeah, really. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, that would be the house.
The reason I record this is because there's some details that he did. Some the guy that writes all the report up, he watches it.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier anyway. So, yeah.
So sorry, Richard. That's okay.
Okay, let's see. First thing I've got is the water heater is an electric water heater, which is okay. It's fine. It's a newer one, which is actually pretty good. The only thing is the pressure relief valve on it. We get this all the time. It seems like Joe Holman will put in his own water heater instead of a plumber. And plumbers know that this piping that goes across and over here and out for the TPR valve has to be rigid, hard pipe. It cannot be flipped with a nut on either end.
Yeah.
I mean, we get it all the time.
We get build up and all that.
Yeah.
I do contracting.
So, cool. All right. I mean, I know it's supposed to be hard.
Yeah,
just
no, the TMP is easy run.
Yep. Next, up on the back wall, about 7 feet up on the back wall of the garage, they just didn't put the cover plate on. They wanted to tap power in for the doorbell transformer, but they just didn't put that octagon shaped cover plate.
Is that a
$1.50?
Is that a full gauge run in there, or just the low wattage?
Yeah, this changes down from 120 down to 12 volt.
Okay.
So it'll go to the doorbell.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is 110 here, so this does have to
Okay,
go in that box with a cover plate on it. And they actually make those cover plates with a little round circle in it, so at least the low voltage wires can come out. Yeah, pretty simple. This is a tough picture, but right behind the water heater, this is a water heater pipe. The electrical conduit that goes to the water heater, the conduit right here broke apart. It's just that flex kind of conduit. And unfortunately, it snapped apart, and all the wires for the last inch and a half going into the wall are showing. So probably that whole $3 worth of conduit should be replaced. I mean, I know it's going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, in the electrical panel, unfortunately, the air conditioner breaker, this right here and this right here, these are snapped off. Actually, somebody broke off the handles of the breaker, and that used to have a clip.
Was that the full bar going?
And it was the full bar that went up here, across, and back down again, so tie the 240s together. Yeah, well, anyway, it's not anymore. So pretty much, unfortunately, since they've got the dryer 30 amp in the middle here, you almost have to buy the same exact, well, actually, I think the air conditioner is a 30. So it has to be a double 30 again to fit into that hole. Because that goes with it. So it's just kind of like you have to chuck it and replace it also with 2 of them. So anyway, not really expensive. Okay, out behind the pool, your waterfall that goes down. After about 8-9 years or so, water's going to go right through the mortar. It does, and the mortar on the interior portion of the rock waterfall, they need to be redone again.
Okay.
And this is just finally cracked enough on the inside part that the water's actually leaking right through the doors. So
you usually get them filled up, and they'll just water balloon for a year or two until it finally finds a hole.
It does. So in this case, this one's already leaking actually on both sides of the waterfall. I think I have one more picture. Let's see here. Yeah, here it's all running out the sides. Like Adams Pool, they actually come out and they are specialists when it comes to waterfalls. They can reseal that whole thing and do really, really good as opposed to some guys.
I got a couple pool guys.
Excellent. Okay. I do have the main drop wire coming from the power pole down to the electrical mast head. It comes down here, it goes under this limb right here, then comes back up again. So it does have this kind of a thing because the limb's laying on it. It's not supposed to be free to trim the limbs up on the trees. But
Yeah, I
just don't want a chance of a real good windstorm and everything, so pull that right off the line.
Really?
Yeah, gutter's about time for cleaning. Okay, it's that time of
Go
year.
figure.
Yeah, really. It's going to get way worse.
Nothing rusted off. Good connects on all of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good connection. The only thing I do have, let me see here. I got one of the pictures. I'll show you in a second. Okay, obviously a spark screen. It just missing the spark screen on the chimney. And you don't have to have a rain cap because it requires at least the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch mesh type of a screen at least on it for a spark screen, and that's all you got to have up there.
But it rains, it runs right down there.
It does, yeah. Very true, right in the flue valley. A couple cracks up there that really probably should have some mortar put in them. You can buy a small little bag of $2 powdered mortar, mix it with water to toothpaste thickness, and just get up there with your thumb and kind of mush a little bit and make it look pretty. You're done. And luckily, that is right here at this level. It's not way up there. You have to take ladders or anything up. You walk right up to it, and it's like, oh, this is easy. So anything you want to do with that, add it to your Saturday honeydew list. Okay.
I've already got that
Not even
started.
funny.
Okay, masthead wiring coming down from the pole. The 3 connections before it goes into the masthead and down into the electrical panel, these should have been wrapped, or they were wrapped and it deteriorated off with the electrical tape and everything. Yeah, you just don't want to be a squirrel. If we put your front feet on this part and a back feet on that one,
Yeah.
we don't like squirrel soup. So anyway, alrighty, the roof is just about done. Unfortunately, it is in need of a brand new roof. You can see all the granules are just falling off everywhere. And this is light compared to some areas. They're washed everywhere. This is a overlay over an old brown one. They left the old brown one underneath it. The old brown one, I picked it up and looked underneath it. I can't find any felt paper. I'm thinking mom and pop put it on themselves, first one.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper to go buy a bunch of shingles. And
You got it. That's exactly what they did. Well, that one started leaking eventually, and of course, no felt paper there. It comes into the house, so next thing you know, we have to put another one on. I'm not paying $500 to tear the first one off. I'll just run the second one over the top of the first one.
No paper in between those.
And there's no paper between those. Very good. Yes.
all right, so you went up into the attic. How'd the plywood look?
A lot of water stains. There's water stains up there, definitely.
Yes.
So it's at the point where really everything needs to come off back down to the plywood and do a real good felt paper. Nowadays, some of the guys I know, and they're charging the same. They've got an interesting material. It's like almost a white plasticky kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like the
I don't know what they
Tyvek
call it.
almost.
It's almost like a Tyvek.
Yeah.
A little bit heavier grade, and they're putting that down now, and it lasts a lot longer than felt paper does.
Yeah, they give you like a 5-year on that by
Uh-huh.
itself on a
Yes.
roof without shingles.
So
yeah, you get like
that
20,
to me
30
is
years
almost
under.
worth putting that on for sure. But that's going to need to be done before probably the 20 or 25-year dimensional comp goes on. But this one, I don't even know if you can get a roofing company to come out here and give you a 2-year roof certification on it. With that much granules all gone and missing, you might find somebody that will hang their you-know-what out there for 2 years and take a chance that they don't get a leak. And it might not leak, being that there's the old brown layer underneath.
Would we have to have the certification before the house?
No,
opened?
you don't
Okay.
have to. So that's just
It's
if
not
you don't
between
have
us and
to.
know what's really going on. It all
Exactly.
depends on the appraiser might come out there and say, let's see the roof and say, oh, you give me a 2-year roof, so then that's a problem. Right now, it's just, we're just finding out everything, and you guys decide what's going on. This is between you guys.
Where you guys can either, I don't know, you can always go back and talk to sellers about it. I don't
Something
know.
we should know ahead of time before you buy it.
Yeah, and sellers may not want to play nice. You know. So I've had some say, "Oh, yeah, okay, we'll go in with you and help you do it," or I say, "We go jump in the lake too." But it's kind of I need you to know that this is, probably about $6,000 to $8,000.
8,000.
Are we right under here?
Yes. Man, unfortunately, everything's piled in there. Back left side behind the paper towels is your switch for the garbage disposal, which is wired through. He basically took a extension cord, went from the extension cord plug into there, and then from there up to the garbage disposal, and hardwired the garbage disposal using an extension cord, which is illegal. You're not to do that. So everything from there to the power just needs to be cleaned up with good flex conduit. Maybe if you wanted to mount a box on the side right here, you can use the switch, and it's all Romax. You can't use extension cord material.
Yeah,
That
no.
stuff. But I opened it, I went, oh my gosh. I started laughing. It was like, oh well. He did what he thought would work. But
They're all easy fixes, but
the other thing is the outlet at the back wall. I wouldn't put my fingers back there in it, but the whole entire outlet is falling out. You couldn't get
What's
the
that, on the
dishwasher.
outside
No,
wall?
it's right underneath the sink right here on the back wall.
Oh,
the
yeah, I've
garbage
seen
disposal
that.
plugs into. It's actually hanging out like this. So anyway, I asked him. I said, "Is there an extension cord I'm missing? I have to plug in for the dishwasher." But the dishwasher works fine. He's over here trying, doesn't work. Finally get down there. I play with the plug, moving it around a little bit. And all of a sudden, it goes off. It goes on. It's all the wires loose in the back.
You plug and you unplug, you plug and you unplug, and the wire loosens,
I'm
it
going.
breaks off. Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
good to know.
So all this electrical under here, it really isn't terrible. I mean, it's no deal killer. It's kind of funny to
no,
me.
it's just
It's just
why
clean
not
it up.
do the blue box right there? That's the one you make a hole in the wall, you stick it in, you use a screwdriver, it tightens itself. You don't have to make a wood frame behind
No,
it.
nothing.
So
Anyway, it is an easy fix, but it's just laughable in a way that's there. Now, unfortunately, underneath the house, we still have the old cast iron sewer lines, and we still have the galvanized water lines. 60 years to 65 years is about the average life on those before you have to replace all the plumbing.
what are we at?
We're-
40, 50 years here?
Where are we at here? It's 61, so 01, 11 is 64 years already. Yeah, So we're close, which explains all the redness and the rust on the bottom of the cast iron sewer lines. The other thing is, some of them over time, I guess, must have accidentally rusted out or bad enough in the water lines that they ran a couple pieces of copper to the sinks in the bathrooms. The only problem is they didn't use dielectric unions. They put the copper directly into the galvan.
Doesn't that cause electrolysis?
That's it. You got it. Exactly.
Cause them to rust and calcify and
Which
build up.
they will even get worse, yeah.
Two metals don't mingle too well with.
So this is just getting to where probably I would guess within the next 5 to maybe 10 years you're going to have to be doing something with the water sewer lines in this home.
Okay.
I mean, they could last another 10. We'll just see how it goes anyway. But have you ever been in a house where water hasn't been turned on for 2 or 3 weeks? You walk over, you turn on the faucet, and all this red comes out for about 3 or 4 seconds, then the red finally cleans up a little bit. It's all the rust that's in these galvanized water lines. There's a ton of
Yummy.
rust. If you had like what they call a sawzall with a blade on it, and took one of those pipes and cut it in half, and look at the inside, I bet you cannot even get your little finger in the pipe. It has so much calcium and
Yeah, they
rust.
just look like a clogged artery.
Yeah, it looks like exactly like a clogged artery. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
You know, for that, it's a roll of flex tube over my shoulder and crawl
Yeah.
through the end of the house.
I would say PEX plastic water lines would be the fastest to run in this place. That is the dishwasher plug-in underneath here, or the garbage disposal, where that whole thing is just hanging out of the wall down there. Yeah, so anyway, just got it cleaned up. Garbage disposal does need to have the other half of the clamp on it. It does have to have a clamp on the bottom side where the power goes into the garbage disposal. It has to be a little half and half with 2 screws. Anyway, it just fell off. Last picture I've got, sorry, I cannot get back there. The attic has got to be 110 degrees right now. It is cooking up there.
Is that a water
This is
line
about
running to
50
electrical?
feet, 40 to 50 feet. It's all the way to the hallway. I'm here in this garage using my telephoto with a flashlight on it. What they basically did in a couple of areas up there, they just spliced a bunch of wires together and no junction boxes and left the wire nuts just
Or
hanging
for
out.
what?
Good question. Some of there's a little bit of new stuff, like they added a fan light combo in one of the bathrooms, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And I think they
There's
just
no junction box?
no junction box. They just left them hanging out.
But who would,
you can see
who would do that?
I see that on half the jobs. Like people want to run a light right here. You
Was it-
find a
does it
cord right
overheat?
here. Just tie
Exactly.
it into that cord right there, and you run
Yeah,
it.
and it also allows, I hate to say a mouse gets up there, but a mouse can chew through that any time and start a fire.
Everything.
But you're right.
Leaky roof.
I gotta believe probably some of these fan lights and stuff like that he had in the bedrooms
Just
probably
teed off
could
on
be
something
from
else,
that.
yeah.
That's exactly what they did. They teed off almost.
Why does it hire an electrician or just or go get electrician?
Yeah, I
Learn about it.
agree. I do agree. But anyway, so that's all I got for pictures. Let me hop into the report real quick here. I put everything in the report in red so that you can go over this whole page. If you want to see one thing in red, that's the only thing on that page to worry about. Don't even try to read all the check boxes in black and white. It's a pain. Regular common cracks in sidewalks and driveways and stuff like that. Fences, you may have noticed the north fence behind the pool. It's shot. The whole fence is down. I mean, it's leaning over like this. It's
I didn't
gone.
even notice that too much last time.
Gone.
Jeez,
I mean,
that's
the
what
dog
she
can
said.
walk into their yard with no problem. So that whole fence, basically, they've got 2x4s up, trying to hold it up on the other side. It's just falling completely. Now, what's weird is the 2 side fences are perfect.
Yeah.
I got no loose posts at all on them. So it's really behind the pool, back there anyway. Exterior walls basically is wood and stucco. Looked very, very good on the wood itself. There was some dry rot damage in some of the trim and some of the eaves, which the pest and termite guy will have on his report. Okay, he kind of went over a little bit with me, and he says overall not terrible. Under the house looked pretty good, and like a barge rafter outside had a little bit of rot in it, so not terrible, which is kind of nice to see. Chimney we already talked about. I'll add all that good stuff about the cracks and the spark screen that needs to be put in. Sprinklers are great. I'm surprised. There's a timer in the garage over here. There's like 3 in the front, 3 in the back for the cycles, and they've got the drip in the back plus the pop-ups. Overall, they're good. A couple need to be. It's like it's supposed to be this way on a 45 or a 90, whatever. Anyway, but got a 180-degree one on there. So it's glass over on the patio.
Just the spring, yeah.
All that needs to be re-changed on the heads or something anyway. Faucets great, gutters, downspouts were good. Some of the downspouts in the backyard actually go into ABS pipes, and those pipes go underground and out to the front. I was kind of surprised to see that. Older houses,
Oh, you
see
mean
the
just a
rainwater.
drain? Just a drain drop in
Yeah,
the back?
like you use those 3-inch flexible tubing. They actually went underground, then they popped up and went right on the downspouts. So all that roof water, when it comes
Yeah.
down, doesn't pour in the backyard or go under the house from pouring it right on the foundation. It actually goes out to the front. I was really kind of nice to see some of that
That they
stuff.
don't have rain barrels in it.
Very true. Let's see. Foundation underneath the house. Good luck. Extremely tight down there. The crawl hole does not meet code by any means.
They just got a little closet cut out.
Yeah, they did. They cut one out. It's about maybe 10 inches by about maybe 20. That's it.
Oh no,
You have to go down. I had to hit both sides. There was no way. I went down. I scraped both my sides and both my shoulders to get down in there. I'm going, man, I better get my butt out of here because I'm going to be in trouble if I can't.
Yeah.
It's in this closet right
Was there
here.
an
It was
outside
not
access or no?
There must have been at one time, or it was in another closet and they covered it up.
Yeah.
But they went into this little hall closet and took a saw and just cut a little dinky rectangle. Yeah, even the pest guy went, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, if you ever had to go down there for something, it'd be a nightmare to take it with you.
No, it's an easy fix. Just cut it a bigger square and frame it up.
Yeah. So anyway, but as far as foundation, the piers, the posts, and the girders look good. I don't have anything leaning sideways. No issues with water down there at all. It'd be nice if I had some rain so I could figure that out. But what's kind of a little odd is we have no venting across the front of the house. There's only like one vent in the back. So for cross ventilation, for air into that house to dry out, it doesn't have the best. It's got the two ends,
Yeah.
but really nothing in the front. But right now, it is bone dry down there. So I don't think you're really going to have an issue.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'd probably throw in vents in the future just in case. Yeah, you get
If you need to,
water
yes.
leakage. You don't want it. You don't want any
If you
still water
find
down
that,
there.
you might. But otherwise, if it stays dry, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Roof, I'm a little bit more on the politer side. I'm not going to use the word toast, but
Got any
I am going to
pictures
say
from the inside of the
it's
attic
done.
on the wood or no?
on the what now?
For the plywood in the attic, any pictures of that of any of the damage?
No,
or-
not really. There's no damage. It's just basically some stains. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Nothing you can just punch your hand through or nothing.
Oh no,
Not that
not
bad.
like that. Not like that. No. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just going to mention it's at the end of its useful life, basically. Water and plumbing, nice. 55 pounds of water pressure, galvanized main line coming in the backyard. Just the supply lines have some minor corrosion on them, and of course, where they put the copper right on the galvanized, they shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, honestly, the galvanized pipe will probably wear out before there'll ever be an issue with that copper being connected to it. So
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. The corrosion we talked about.
The reform the house basically. Right?
Yeah, and they would just use the plastic PEX lines. It would go so much faster, and it's a lot cheaper to do it. Okay, the water heater's electric out in the garage. It is a 50-gallon. Just that exposed wires where the connection is coming out of the wall to go to it. The rest of it's great. It's strapped. Nice big 50. I just think those really long showers. Yeah, we don't have any drought. Okay, let's see here. Furnace up on the roof. 80,000 BTU furnace. What do we got? Anything else exciting there? No, nothing exciting there. It's a sealed unit. I don't know if you noticed, it's a twin pack with the heat and the air conditioners all in one box up on the roof.
Yeah, I didn't even check it out.
Yeah, it's up on the roof. It's a twin pack unit up there, basically, as opposed to having your furnace or something down, up in the attic and an air conditioner down on the ground. Oh my gosh, I was wondering why I didn't have any airflow back there in the bedrooms. I put my hand up there, I'm like 3 inches away from the registers, going, barely could feel any air coming out. I walk in the hallway, I look up in the ceiling at the air filter. Oh gosh, I don't think he's changed it in 5 years.
It was just a blanket. Right?
It is so packed. You could probably put a flashlight behind it. You'll see no light through it. It is packed. So the only amount of air that can come out is what can come in, and you're getting nothing. Killing that poor air
Does that burn
conditioner.
up?
It can burn up the
Yeah.
AC. Yeah, absolutely.
But
The air
it's
I
okay
did
as far
get
as
is
you're
cold.
concerned now, though.
Right now it's cold enough that I can pass it. Yeah. It's really hard to do a good differential test on it though when the filter's that packed. But anyway. Okay, electrical panel in the backyard. We already talked about this. Handles are damaged on that one. 30 amp needs to be fixed. Outlet in the appliance garage in here. This is grounded. That one over there is grounded. But they let's see. They put 2 outlets in here. Neither one of these 2 got grounded. Now I know the house is. They don't have to be GFI. No, they're okay
Are
there.
they just GFI?
No, nothing is here.
Was it required at this time?
No, not until after
Okay.
98. Yeah. When this house was built in 61, it wasn't until 63 grounding even came out. So this house was built, there was no ground wires. These are all extra added wires that ground some of these outlets. There's quite a few, like in the garage, you'll see some 3-prong outlets out there. No, they're not really grounded, just 2-prong. Same with some of the stuff like in the bathroom. One of the bathrooms still has actually the old 2-prong on it, which is kind of a bummer, because if you have a 3-prong on your hair dryer, which most of them are today, you can't plug your hair dryer in.
Yeah, in the bathroom, that thing gets switched
So,
out immediately.
I would
just
agree.
Because bathroom,
It needs to be
kitchen,
switched out,
guaranteed.
grounded, put a GFI in if you want, whatever. Okay, outlets come out down below, we talked
Better
about.
find out now.
No, not all 3-prong outlets are grounded, we know that already. Okay, interior. Front door, perfect, I love it. We do have some metal dual pane windows here. You might want to ask them where all the screens are. We've got about 4 or 5 windows with no screens. Don't know where they're at. I didn't see them in the garage either, so I want to ask about the screens. Walls and
When they're
ceilings
not
look
on,
great.
they're usually gone.
That's what I'm afraid of, yeah. Floors looked good. Little bamboo style laminate. Love it. Okay, as far as the fireplace goes, the flue is definitely need to be cleaned. I mean, it's packed. We're not talking a little 1/8 of an inch. Don't talk about a 1/2 inch of soot all the way up the whole
No,
chimney.
yeah.
It's jam packed.
Is that except for a fire? Like you have fire in there?
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
one
the
spark
chimney
that catches
fires.
and stays in there for long enough, it'll catch.
The other thing is the damper. It had such hot fires in there. If you reach up to grab the damper to open and close it, won't budge.
Just
It's
so
rusted in place.
melted in,
It's,
rusted
yeah,
in,
too
yeah.
hot of fires and it just melted in one spot. So now that's going to take whoever comes out and cleans it. They'll have to get the sledgehammer out and break that one loose.
Say saws all that thing out, throw a new one in. Fingers crossed.
Ceiling fans are all working great. Smoke detector. Oh, they do have a carbon monoxide tester installed in the hallway, which is good. So that's a new thing they have to have now. Laundry out in the garage. They have
Were you able to get access to everything?
most of it, yeah. Dryers on this side of the steps going down. The dryer vent, to go outside to blow the lint, is on this side.
Is it running under the steps?
No.
Is it not hooked
They're
up?
not hooked up at all. They've just got a hose going around out and they're blowing the lint out in the garage. Remember,
Electric
this is
or gas, do you know?
This is only electric. Yeah, see, it's a concrete step. So it's not like if it was wood, then you could even run through underneath the wood boxes. That would be a little simpler, right? But I'm way over there. So, and it's going to look tackier and I'll get out trying to go up, overhead, and back down. I didn't even notice that they knocked down the whole picture. Yeah. So I'm not sure. We are on a raised foundation, so they could go through. If there really is a firewall, which is not much at 161, they didn't really have firewalls. But anyway, if you do have a space right there, well, that's your vent pipe anyway, going all the way up. I know, it says staying in the wall. I don't understand that, but anyway, it's good. But luckily, the wood from here down on the steel wall right here, if you could punch a hole with metal, since it's supposed to be firewall, you could maybe go through there and go over here to this side and punch it outside. And would protect it. That's probably the best way to do it.
that, or yeah, it's a little more work. I can cut out a little strip, reblocks it, or just take this whole thing out. Do a set of steps, but
Yeah, but then you gotta go around that. I'm thinking it almost would be just go into the house and punch a hole out over there or something. But anyway, just so you know about that, it's gonna be a project. I mean, unless you want to buy one of those white plastic, they make those plastic boxes, you put water in the bottom half of it, and you put the hose in it, and it catches all the lint. But unfortunately, about every 3 weeks, you have to take that and dump it in the garbage can.
And boy, it stinks.
So, yeah.
Especially that stinky.
Yeah, it does. Let's see, anything else up in the attic? We already talked about the moderate stains that are up there, all the 2x4 ceiling joists, 2x4 rafters, pretty much straight
you
up.
getting your mail here already?
What?
Yeah, that's your name.
That's creepy.
Oh, they pick that stuff up so fast. Seriously.
I looked at that and I said, I don't know how they
That's
can,
creepy.
I don't know how they can get hold of all that info like that when you put it on.
no, they jump on the ball for that one.
Okay, anyway, out in the garage, what we can see out there, common cracks in the floor. No real major issues with the firewall that I can see. Door coming inside's all right. You'll notice though, it is a solid door. There's no self-closing hinge on it, but in 61 they didn't require it. So anyway, however, the side garage door, somebody dropped about 3 16D nails through it into the jamb. You cannot open that door until you get a cat's paw and pull those nails out. And then I don't even know if the door is going to be usable.
Oh, you mean the closed end is just nailed shut?
The door itself, yeah, when you close the door, he toenailed from an angle right into the jamb through the door.
So they can't get in it. You can't use
I
it.
can't test it. I don't know if it's
Or
going
who
to
can't
rub
get out?
Yeah. So at this point right now, somebody's got to do something. Now the outside jambs of that side garage door are dry rotted. And let's see, we've also got some dry rot in the jambs of the roll-up garage door. The opener, done, toast. He said it quit working on the wall back. So a few $100 for new.
Yeah.
Missing junction box cover, we talked about up here, that octagon shaped one where the doorbell transformer is. And of course the 3 prong outlets in the garage are not all grounded. Moving on to our beautiful kitchen, a couple of small common crack. We're gonna see right here, we've got a little crack here in the front V cap, but not terrible. Garbage disposal, gotta love the wiring. Anyway, okay, so the wire definitely needs to be fixed, definitely. The range oven, bake, broil, everything's working good here. This is kind of a cool system. This is all one, which is really fun. We end up having to, due to home warranty, and one of these was to go out on you, you have to buy the whole thing.
Huh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they replace the oven. The warming drawer, everything has to be,
That's all one unit?
all one unit. Yep.
No, yeah, you would think it looks
So-
like 1, 2, 3 page,
It's
and you
old
just
thing.
kind of
It's
slide in and
It's
out.
modern, but it's old.
This,
It's a modern
this is one of
version.
Thermador's weird shots of trying to do something different with the warming drawer, the microwave, and everything. But to run this guy, you have to reach all the way up here to hit the bake and put in your temperature you want. To run this oven down here, that's where you go to put it all in. So anyway, but I did run it. Everything works fine. Even the warming drawer works, so no issues with any of it. So it's working good.
Yeah, you gotta be-
Dishwasher, I can't keep it on. I can't get that plug down there to stay in the wall enough to keep it running all the time. It keeps going off. So I wasn't even able to test the dishwasher.
I want to run that thing to that wires in anyways.
Be solid connection.
And it's just about done too, because the rack's down there, the bottom rack, just, you know, like the white coating that's on the rack itself, it's all off, it's rusted all over.
Started to deteriorate.
It's falling apart, yeah. Okay, let's see, microwave, everything was good there, water supply, yeah, okay. And last is the bathroom. For a free ride, you can sit on either one of the 2 toilets.
Oh,
Oh man, they're good and loose too.
no. Was there a different floor? They took a different floor out, never did the thing.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but anyway, yeah, they're both
Yeah,
really
when I look
loose.
at that, if the floors are new, they might not have
They
got
never,
something
they never
right.
adjust that one
and
little round
if,
thing.
If they're old floors, and more than likely the flange is rusting out.
Flanges, the flanges, they had hired for before, and they never put the new flange in to make it.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Is
it has
that
to be
right?
looked at, yeah, once you lift the toilets off, you'll be able to tell. The other thing is underneath the hall bathroom sink, the hot and the cold valves before the flex lines go up, the handles are gone. So you keep turning them off. So if somebody needs to get some handles on the flex lines anyway. The master hot handle on the faucet, I don't know if you take a look at that faucet that's in the master, it's a bamboo looking kind of thing. The handles and the piece that comes out is a piece of bamboo, kind of cool looking
Okay.
thing. Turn on the hot valve, it whistles. I mean, just solid the
What is
whole time it's on. Somehow the water going
They got an
through,
air
the
gap running
pressure,
through somehow
it's
then.
got something to do with an air gap problem, that it's building too much pressure. And it's not in the cold. You turn the hot on and it just has a high pitched whistle.
Really?
It's hilarious.
But everywhere else
The
in
whole
the house,
time.
hot's coming out
But
just
the rest of
fine.
it's fine, yeah. Now you
Okay,
did have
that's
to
not a
notice
big
A
deal.
water
that
trying to
the,
shove it through those little corroded holes.
you could be. Now you did notice that it's only a bathtub in the hall. There's no shower. Another upgrade to be done. Yes. Okay. Fine. So if you want a good whistle, go in there. Okay. Fine. However, the jetted tub does work in there. No problem with that. And I didn't have any issues with hot and cold. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. I actually do check to make sure they didn't plumb something backwards. But the shower's good. The shower door was okay, and the pan in the shower has no cracks in that fiberglass. So I'm really happy to see that.
Good.
And that's it.
Good.
For this age of house, this is about an A minus, I would say. I should be telling you it's a C, because that is standard for early 60 houses. How many people probably have touched everything? You know, I mean, they've done their own work on the house. It's code violations here and there. I don't have it.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear